I am Rabiatou Aliyu, student journalist in National Polytechnic Bamenda. This is a documentary on the increase in population in NPB. The death of the proprietor of NPB, Bobe Yong Francis, created doubts in the minds of people as to whether it is going to influence the population growth of the institution. The departure of Yong has greatly influenced the enrollment of students of NPB. This drastic increase, as compared to the previous years, is evident. Together with my colleague Kenneth, we met the Director of Academic Affairs for NPB, Aliyu Francis.
We have witnessed a dramatic increase in student population. When we came here in 2005, we had only about 280 students in the whole Polytechnic. But today the student population is about 5,000. And this year in particular, we have witnessed a boom in the student population into level 1. Admission is still going on, but I think that as of now, we may have about 1,300 in the first year. That is a big population.
Okay, so do you think this increase is will also affect the amphitheater 1,000?
Yeah, I think so. It is already affecting. Last year the hall was not as full as it is this year. This year the hall is full to the brim. I have the impression that in the next 2 years that hall may be small to take the whole of level 1.
Okay, so what is the impact of this increase in NPB population?
Both negative and positive. Positive, it has increased the income of NPB for sure. Negative because we have students coming from all backgrounds, all schools, with all sorts of behaviors. Some are dressing in a manner that is contrary to the dressing code of this institution that we are battling with. It has also led to theft, stealing on campus. Sometimes we come, the bulbs that were in the classrooms are all stolen in the night. So we have those kinds of problems, but the administration is up to the task.
You talked of the dressing code. So what are the measures that you have taken in order to ameliorate the situation?
The first thing we are doing is sensitization. You bear with me that from time to time you see the student affairs officers with the security guards checking students to see that they dress following the school dressing code. And from time to time those who are not properly dressed are sent back home. We are not going to end at the level of sending them back home. We are going to start bringing some of them before the disciplinary council, and some may be expelled from NPB as time goes on.
Sir, do you think the numerous entrances around school will cause a problem to discipline?
For sure, for sure. You know that in the past 3 years there was no fence, so anybody could enter the campus from any direction. Today, part of the school is fenced, and we are progressively going to fence the entire school so that there is one entrance or two that will be able to check those hills.
Okay, so how do you think is the administrative strength growing?
The administrative strength is growing alongside the population of the institution. In 2005, that we transferred from Moban or from somewhere around Bamenda Cathedral to this place. We had in the central administration just the registrar, the rector, and the examination officer. But today you have student affairs officers, you have director of academic affairs, you have examination officer, you have the deans, you have head of departments under the deans. So the administration, the base has been increasing as the population is increasing.
With the continuous infrastructural development of NPB, do you think that in the years to come, will NPB not turn into a touristic site?
Wherever you have people, tourism must follow. We have acquired another land at the Apostolic Secondary School Junction, where we are going to construct a medical school so as to decongest the main campus. We have another campus at my 3, campus B at my 3. We have another campus at my 12, which is the agri demonstration farm. A big sport complex behind this hill where Young Sport Academy is located. We are planning that in the near future we are going to host the university games in Bamenda, and that is where we are going to host the university games.
Okay. So what is the message that you would like to pass to the level 100 students?
I will tell them not to be excited. They should know that what has brought them here first is education. Curricular activities second. The bad, the good, and the ugly is in the university. Their parents expect their success, so whatever they are doing, they should lay emphasis on the main thing that brought them here.
From the office of Mr. Ngala, we went to the officer in charge of infrastructure and development, you, Michael.
This year we have introduced the Department of Chemical Engineering, the Department of Mining, which were not in existence for the past years.
Many level 100 students, they sit in amphi are not sufficient for them. So what are the measures that you have taken in order to ameliorate this?
We have embarked in making more benches to add in that amphi, and we have introduced control men during lectures to arrange the people students to sit.
We are on the basketball field on campus. In front of us is the president of the student union government. There is Umbel Lovet Njang. Good afternoon, Lovet. How do you perceive the increase in population in NPB?
In the previous years, it was believed that it is the proprietor's presence that was bringing the population in the school. And when he died in December, it was believed that National Polytechnic was going to witness a drop in its population. But this has not been the case with National Polytechnic Bamenda, because the population has instead increased. And you must bear with me, National Polytechnic has not gone out to make advertisement of the school or other things, but rather it is because the school has in the past years and even the last year registered one of the best results in academics in the various departments.
You said in Amphitheater 1000 there is lack of space. As the president of the student union, what have you done in order to ameliorate this?
Okay, to the best of my knowledge, we've seen that the Amphi used to have spaces without benches. But we've made it so possible in such a way that more benches have been added.
Over there is an Equatorial Guinean student, Maria del Carmen Zang. She is standing in front of the campus radio. Let's go talk to her. How will you evaluate the population of National Polytechnic Bamenda as compared to past years?
Bueno, gracias por la pregunta. Diría que el número de los alumnos este año en Polytechnic
for the questions, the number of students in Polytechnic is very high as compared to previous years. Looking at the background, we may find out that the level 100 students of this year are more than those of last year. It has helped them a lot, especially economically. If we take a brief account as far as the university is concerned, this year we find the construction of the new administrative block, the new student hostel, and it is thanks to the increase of students in NPB. The result of the HND has a lot on that issue as far as the increase of students is concerned. Therefore, it could be a good reason for students to apply in NPB.
Pudo dejar muchos alumnos a venir en Polytech y creo que eso aumentaría el número de estudiantes en la universidad.
Let's talk to other students. So when you came here in level 1, how was the population? Can you just describe
the population
how the campus looked like?
The campus was somehow scanty, although not too scanty, but to an extent. But now, before 8:30, at the usual start of classes, if you are not by that time, you will not even have a seat at the amphi.
Okay, you are in the School of Business. That's the most populated school in Polytech. So tell us your experience, how in your class in particular you have felt this increase in population.
The increase is much, but as I can see, the administration is also ready for the population, as there is so much construction works around the campus right now to meet up with the increase in population.
Okay, now the Amphi 1000, there are more than 1,000 students this year. What do you think the school should do?
Well, as I can say, if the school should do anything, they should separate. Just try out to separate the Amphi 1000 to look for a new class to infiltrate some of the students into
another big Amphi.
Another big Amphi. If not, the Amphi 750 can do, since there are so many vacant classrooms in the campus. Yeah.
Okay, in your class, do you face difficulties like maybe you come late? Maybe as from 8:30 and above, then there is absolutely no seat for you just because of the increase in population?
No, at the level 3, I'm not sure the increase is somehow noticed, but I think within two years maximum, they will experience the increase from this new enrollment. That's what I see.
Thank you very much. Your name?
I'm called Kenneth Manimbo Atega. Level 300, Department of Marketing. National Polytechnic.
This is a francophone student. Let's approach him. En tant qu'étudiant de cet établissement, peux-tu évaluer la population de National Polytechnic Bamenda comparée à l'année passée?
Oui, je m'appelle Varistus Abba Anang, filière bancaire à National Polytechnic Bamenda.
My name is Evaristus Abang Anam, student in the Department of Banking and Finance in NPB. The population of NPB has increased as compared to the past years. The government of Cameroon aims at making all universities professional higher institutions. Since NPB is not an exception, people prefer to study there. This drastic increase in population has affected students and their surroundings. The dressing code can't easily be controlled. I think that in future the population will explode the more because the institution wants to achieve their objective and contribute to the country's emergence in 2035.
Leur objectif de gouvernement pour l'émergence en 2035.
Apparently, NPB occupies an outstanding position in Cameroon. We made this discovery when we came into contact with the Student Affairs Officer, Gong Grace Fien.
NPB was ranked first among private institutions in Cameroon. I think even the position of NPB has a lot to play in the explosive population increase that we are having, because we find out that the situation is quite accessible. We have many mini-cities. NPB has brought a lot of development in this part, and that is why even the elites of Quen, they know that it is because of NPB that this particular section of the town is like a small paradise, as I can call it.
Do you think the administration will be able to contain the headiness, the different biases that students have on campus?
As of now, I have not recorded any problem from students, because we have accompanying me, we have a student affairs officer in charge of discipline to add to the student affairs officer in charge of socials. That is a strong equip. As I said before, the infrastructure is sufficient. We can carry as many as possible.
Like maybe construction another Amphi or what?
By the time we have as many as maybe double this number, we can decide that these common courses can be shared in different departments. That we must see. We cannot keep away students from NPB because of infrastructure. Even if we don't put up another Amphi 1000 as early as possible, we will know that we will find other methods, maybe by sharing the classes into tutorial groups.
Alright, we go back to the Director in charge of Academic Affairs, Aliyu Francis Ngala.
How do you foresee the NPB in the next 2 or 5 years in increase in population?
In the next 2 or 5 years, NPB will be a citadel of academic and moral excellence. I see the population exploding because of the quality of staff, because of the quality of the programs, because of the acceptability or employability of our graduates. And that is the standard we have set, and we are maintaining those standards. The population will triple in the next 5 years to come.
Is the increase in population, can it also be attributed to late biomes?
For sure, Payong was an educationalist. Payong was a dynamic entrepreneur. Payong was a father. And he had a vision. You know, it takes one person to have a vision, but it takes many people to realize the vision. And since he's passing away, we think that he is still mentoring us wherever he may be. And the increase in population is partly due to the vision he had and the fact that he died leaving behind a machinery that was well compacted, and the machinery is grinding slowly and steadily.
This documentary was put together by student journalist Rabiatou, Aliyu N, and
Nakentoh.